Hi, this is Mary Wood, and today we're first going to talk about x and y intercepts of a line. Here's some definitions. The x-intercept of an equation of a line is the point A0, or sometimes we simply call it A. Notice in the x-intercept of a line, the y value is always 0. So to find the x-intercept, we simply replace y with 0 and solve the equation for x. Likewise, to find the y-intercept of a line, it is always the point 0b, or simply sometimes we just call it b. Notice the x value is always 0 for a y-intercept. So to find the y-intercept, we're just simply going to replace x with 0 and solve the equation for y. Let's do some examples. In this example, we're going to use the intercepts to graph the line. So what we're going to do first is make a simple table of data, x and y. We call this a t-table. Now remember, to find an x-intercept, the y value is always 0. So we're going to take our equation, we're going to replace y with 0 and solve for x. Okay, so if I try to solve for x, I would add 5 to each side. So I have 5 equals 2x, divide by 2. So 5 halves is x. Now that is 2.5 if I'm trying to plot the point. So 5 halves, 0 is my x-intercept. To graph the point, 5 halves is 2.5 and my y value is 0. There's my x-intercept. Remember, to find the y-intercept, we plug in 0 for x. We're going to go back to our equation. So y equals 2 times 0 minus 5. That is 0, so y is negative 5. Okay, our y-intercept is 0, negative 5. X is 0, y is negative 5. Let's connect our points, and there's the graph of our line. Let's do this example. We're going to do another t-table, organize our data. To find the x-intercept, y is 0. To find the y-intercept, the x is 0. Okay, we're going to go to our equation. Now we're going to find the x-intercept first. So, So 4 times 0 minus 2x equals 8. That's 0, so negative 2x equals 8. Divide by negative 2. So x is negative 4. My x-intercept is negative 4, 0. Okay, let's go ahead and plot the point. X is negative 4, y is 0. There's my x-intercept. To find the y-intercept, remember x is 0. I'm going to my equation again. So 4y minus 2 times 0 equals 8. That is 0. So 4y equals 8. Divide each side by 4. So y is 2. My y-intercept is 0, 2. Plot the point. And there's the equation of my line. Next example, we're going to use the y-intercept and slope to graph the equation of the line. Now remember that y equals mx plus b is our slope-intercept form of equation of a line. So here we have y equals 2x. Now my b in this example is 0. So my y-intercept is 0 and my slope is 2. Remember, slope is rise over run, so I'm going to think of this as 2 over 1. So my line is going to cross the y-axis at 0. This is the origin. My slope will rise 2 and run 1. Once I make my 2 points, I can connect the dots and graph my line. Okay, we're going to use the slope-intercept form to graph the line again. Now this means solve for y. So to solve for y, I'm going to add 2x to each side. So 5y equals, I'm going to put my 2x in front and my 10 second. Then I will divide every term by 5. So y equals 2x over 5 plus 2. Here my b is 2, or my y-intercept is 2, and my slope is 2 over 5. Rise over run. My line crosses the y-axis at 2. My slope says go up 2 units and over 5 units. There's my second point. I can connect the dots. There's a graph of my line. Now let's talk about horizontal and vertical lines again. Notice we have the equation of a line in standard form. When either A is 0 or B is 0, the graph will either be a horizontal or a vertical line. In other words, if an equation has only one variable, it's going to be a horizontal or vertical line. Let's do this example. We want to graph this line by plotting points. Now remember, f of x means the same thing as y. So another way to look at this equation is y equals 3. Notice my x variable is missing, but let's find some points. I'm making these x values up. What if x is 0? What does my equation say? Y is 3. What if x is negative 2? Y is 3. What if x is 4? Y is 3. Y is never going to change. Okay, so let's plot our points. X is 0. Y is 3. X is negative 2. Y is 3. X is 4. Y is 3. Okay, there's a graph of my line. That is a horizontal line. Okay. This example, what I need to do is solve for x. So I'm going to subtract 4 from each side. Let's graph this line. Now again, I'm making up values to put in here. If y is 0, what does my line say? X is negative 4. What if y is 4? What is x? X is negative 4. What if y is negative 1? X is always going to be negative 4. Let's plot these points. Negative 4, 0. Negative 4, 4. And negative 4, negative 1. Notice this, when I connect the dots, makes a vertical line. Okay, so a few more definitions. A horizontal line is a line with an equation of y equals a constant number. The slope of a horizontal line is always 0. A vertical line is a line with an equation of x equals a constant number. The slope of a vertical line is always undefined. So let's do these examples. Here it says find the slope of the line. Notice this looks like x equals a constant. It reminds me of that. So this will be a vertical line and the slope is undefined. Here we have y equals a constant number. Okay? So we saw in our definition up here, when you have y equals a constant, it is going to be a horizontal line. and the slope is always 0. So that concludes this lesson. This is Mary. Have a good day.